the silent treatment comes in two different forms. There's um, the in-person silent treatment where a person just doesn't talk to you. They don't interact. They try to find any excuse to basically act as if you're not there and gain control over you to where you give them what they want, but you live with them. You're in the house with them. And then there's there's the absent silent treatment where just as, you send someone a text message, a phone call, voicemail, email, and they don't respond at all. It's just like they don't exist. You don't even know if they got the message or not because of the fact that um, they just are ghosts. They basically want the control. They wait until you react upon it, and then they jump in to be like, oh, well, here's what I want you to do. Here's what I need out of you. You were the problem. You are this. You are that. And now I need you to do this if you want me to come back around. If not, we can go back to what we were doing and I can go silent for longer. And like I keep saying, it's all about the control. It's all about the control, especially the outer, the absent silent treatment, because you're there, they're there, they see it, but they don't respond, and then they use whatever that they have against you to up it up and make themselves look good. Let's say they have some friends, and some people that are narcissists don't like having a lot of people around because it's like interaction. They can be exposed. They can be um, confronted. So they don't like to have a lot of people around them, because they have to do what they have to do, and they want to be able to be the magician and do the trick that they have, so that they can have the control over the person of whatever situation that they're in. So being manipulative, um, being crazy making, gaslighting, just to do situations. Like I said, up it up. They may go to, and then you have the absent silent treatment, and then it can go deeper to the dispatch, the discard silent treatment, where they basically are getting rid of you. They basically are blocking you from Facebook or any type of reaction. They're blocking your number. They're getting rid of you until they're ready to come back. You may be the primary source, but they're just getting rid of you to, one, gain the control over you, or to, two, test out their new product to see how it goes, to feed off of them, to see what it is. And once that product doesn't work out, or they're done with that person, they may get rid of that person to come back to you, like they've been missing you and they've been not being with anybody else. So it's a very dangerous thing to think about, that type of person. You think that they're not doing anything, but they may be sitting here prompting another target to feed off of. They may be seeing what they can do with another person. And then once that person doesn't work out, or like I said, the person is done feeding, they go right back to the primary source, having you right there. And then you're sitting there like, I missed you, I was crazy, you wouldn't talk to me, and I've been sitting here waiting on you. And they're like, yeah, I missed you too. They may get the charm back, and then it repeats all over again, all over again. Once they get tired of you, they put you right back on the stands, and they go somewhere else to see what they can do, if that is the type of person that they are. I don't know for everybody. I could be wrong. This is not just every one of them that do this, but they may be the type that, go out there and prompt someone else. Yeah, they want to make you into the enemy. They basically want to make you into the person that feels like they need you, and they'll do whatever to make that reaction come out of you. Either you miss them, or you hand over the control to them. It's kind of dangerous when you look at what they're doing, because you will be thinking that this is the most perfect person. You be thinking that this is the person that you want to be with because they're so charming, they help you out, they do whatever, but it may be just the image that they're giving you so that you can give them what they want and then feed, being the primary source. Like for me, mine was insecurity, mine was, what I accepted from lessons from other people, as far as how to treat other people, thinking that it was cool to have people around, as far as different women, no respect for my partner, no respect for myself, and just dangerously living, not caring about what was going on or what my surroundings were or how I was treating people, and it was wrong. But you definitely reap what you sow. So that's a dangerous part about it. When if you get done with that situation, you may go through that situation with somebody that is that type of person, and you don't want to, but you want to look out for that. Because it gets dangerous I'm not the extremist. I was not the extremist type of narcissist, but to see how another narcissist handles somebody else is definitely like, man, that's dangerous. Because you never know. It was with me, it was fear. So I didn't, with fear, or I didn't like the person anymore. So if I didn't like you anymore, I was looking for something else. With some people, it was fear because I didn't know if you were going to keep me around. So once you start acting like, hey, you didn't like me anymore, I was looking for another source before I had to leave there. I was looking for something else before I had to leave that house. I was definitely searching for another place to go, another person to feed off of. And I don't like, you gotta admit that you have a problem before it's able to be fixed. I'm glad that I was able to fix that problem within myself. I'm not saying that it don't try to peak up again and and try to act out, because it definitely has tried to come back into my life and make me into that person again by adding doubt and attraction to another person, or being scared that my relationship wasn't going to work out, so I should like look for something else. But it's not good. You should always focus on one person. But the dangerous part about it is that some people won't be able to fix that problem. Some people will be happy to actually be called a narcissist, and they will stay that way. They will be comfortable with it. They will not want to fix themselves. The one thing is that they don't like being confused. They don't like being out of control. With a person that doesn't have control, they break down. They're a little confused. They don't like it. They lash out. They it just confuses them, so they don't know what to do. And they because they build off of control. That's what they want to do. And if you're with it, getting rid of it or battling it is going to be very hard, because they're always looking for that control, and they're willing to up the steps. If they feel like you are battling them, they're willing to go whatever lengths that they can to get that control, or to establish that you're not crossing that boundary that makes them uncomfortable. And they're willing to do some things to make themselves look good, even lie and make you look bogus, to smear your name, to make you look dirty, to make others believe that you're crazy, you're abusive, you're out of control, you're harassing. But the real thing is that they just want the control. They want to look good. They want to make everybody think that they're the angels of the whole thing. And it makes you wonder, by knowing this information, like, they may not like you. They may be lying to you the whole time. And, how special were you to them? And you will never know. And because while you're thinking that they're thinking about you, they're not thinking about you at all, while you're gone. They'll be worried about themselves and making themselves happy. And, while you're becoming happy, they may sense that and try to change it. Or when you start gaining your control back and stop giving it to them, they may lie to you to give you whatever type of sense to make you come back to the process where they're in control. But it doesn't mean that they're going to change. I'm glad that God has blessed me with a heart to change myself, and I stopped blaming things on others and started looking at myself and saying, this is what I need to change. I was the problem. I need to fix this. And with it, it's a disease. It's a disorder. And I feel like there's two ways to actually, get rid of it, and that's to starve it. Go no contact with the person. Make sure that go ghost on them. You don't contact them anymore. Don't let them know that you miss them. Don't give them any ammo to feed off of to make a reaction out of you, or defeat the need. In me becoming a person that is not argumentative and very humbling when I talk to a person, I actually have to deal with a person that is a narcissist, that I feel like they are a narcissist, because I just can't call them out. I may be wrong, but for me to feel like they are, my conversation has changed. It has to change for them to feel comfortable with talking to me, and me talking to them without arguing with them. It's no longer me having to defend myself against them. It's me humbling myself against them. I may have to compliment them. I may have to ask them questions. I may have to say, hey, I may be wrong, just to let them know, I'm not threatening you as far as your opinion. I actually respect it. And it's a different type of way to handle things. So with some people, you're gonna have to feed them the want of importance that they feel like they want to have. Or like I say, if you feel like you have to end the relationship, then no contact. Make sure you don't contact them, and don't let them make any type of reaction, positive or negative. But that's not my type of show. I want to see people actually work on problems, being able to fix them. I believe that it may be impossible. People may feel that it's impossible to fix something like this, but I feel like with God, anything is possible. Anything is possible, and anything can work. But yeah, prayer and God can definitely get you through anything. But if you've been with a person that has been a narcissist, and you know it, and you guys have gotten through with it, and things have changed, or you went through a success, definitely hit me up on any of my contacts. Let me know how things are going. I definitely want to hear from someone that has survived something that as big as this, or you've been a former one. And because me, like I said, I've been a former one. I feel like I've been a former one, or I've had the symptoms of it, and I feel like society is teaching people to have those type of actions, or to be that type of person, because of the selfishness. So if you've been that person in a relationship, and you fixed yourself as far as during the relationship, and you're still with that person, or you've been with a person that has had that and they fixed themselves and you worked through it with them, definitely hit me up on any one of my especially on the Aspects Land of a Changing Man page. Definitely want to hear from someone that's been through something like that. And if you've been through anything as far as emotionally, physically, mental abuse, you've been with cheating, you've been with narcissists, you've been with someone that was broke and had a bad past, any type of success story, I definitely want to hear about it. If you're married and you've been married for so long years, and you guys have had problems but you worked through it, I definitely want to hear from you. Anybody that has a success story, please hit up my page and share your story. Give your feedback